my loves, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another vlog. Good morning. It's currently Wednesday morning. This morning we woke up to rain. It was really lovely to wake up to pitter pattering on the window. I sleep with my window open because if my window's closed, I find out that I don't have a good night's sleep. I don't know if it's just because I get too hot or something, but I just find myself not getting a good night's sleep. It's always open, no matter if it's cold, if it's really windy or it's freezing, then I do end up closing it. But to be honest, the cold doesn't really bother me. I like the cold. I like being cold rather than being warm. Hence why I don't really like the summer. If I look really weird on camera currently, I am currently in the bathroom. We have got the main lights on, but I don't know, it just looks a bit weird today. It might be the setting that the camera is on. I don't know. For now, but yeah, that's why I don't like the summer. Obviously, if it's not too warm and it's not like a bloody heat wave, then I'm happy, I don't mind. But as soon as it gets past 22 degrees, or even 21, 21 is for me, it's quite warm for me. I don't really cope very well anything past 22. Too hot. I've talked about this before, but I overheat quite quickly. So I don't know if that might be because of that, hence why I sleep with my window open. But yeah, it was really nice waking up to this morning to hearing the rain pitter pattering on the window. Also, we've got an outside table, outside furniture, dining table, whatever you want to call it. And because it's glass, you could hear the rain on the glass, and it just made it sound really cosy. Oh, I just love waking up this morning. And I think that's why I've kind of had a very chilled morning so far. I think it's coming up to 9:30 and I'm still not ready. And so that's ready. I'm going to quickly tidy up the kitchen from breakfast. Then I'm going to make my bed. Then I thought, after we've made our bed, we can just quickly run around the room and just give my room a little bit of a tidy up. I do need to get on with a couple of bits on my computer, so I thought maybe later this afternoon I'll get on with that. Yesterday I spent all of the day on my computer, so I kind of do want to also have a couple of hours today where I'm not looking at screens, just because I did spend my time on my computer yesterday, so I kind of want to give my eyes a little bit of a rest. Just because I was on my computer. I was actually sat in the dining room all day yesterday. Radio was on, Christmas music was playing. It was really nice. I typically now work either in my bedroom. I try and work as much as I can in my bedroom at my desk. I just find a bit more productive. But sometimes you need that little swap, location swap. So I worked down in at the dining room. I edited today's YouTube video ready. I did a couple of job hunting bits as well yesterday. So yeah, we had a really busy, productive day. I've been talking to you for ages. I just wanted to come in here, do my skincare, brush my teeth, and then we can get myself ready for the day. But yeah, I can't wait to spend a nice cozy day with you all. Before I leave, I just wanted to mention about my face wash that I use. So I use the L'Oreal Men Expert Hydra Energetic Wake Up Effect face wash, which I just find this really helps with my face. I just really like it. It's got vitamin C in, and that word I can't pronounce, which is apparently really good for your skin. I don't know if you could read that word. Might not pick it up on the camera, but Yeah, I really like it. I normally go with L'Oreal anyway, or Nivea Men's, like the Nivea Men one, but I do prefer like the L'Oreal one. I will also show you these are the face masks. I've talked about these before, but I just really like these. These are definitely something that would be good in like a stocking filler. Mum buys a couple of these for Christmas and put them in my stocking fillers and also in my dad's. Does Dad use them? Absolutely not. He doesn't get time to use them, so I end up using them. But I'm going to stop yapping. I spent a couple of minutes too long in here. I'm going to quickly wash my face and then I'm going to quickly get myself ready for the day. I'm just heading into the kitchen to get on with a couple of bits that I need to do in the kitchen. Whilst I was getting myself ready, I was kind of thinking, whenever I would go out after college or on my lunch break, I would hardly see people of my age, especially like more boys, young men, going out Christmas shopping. Now I know not everyone takes a bag with them to college. I know a lot of them like carry pretty much just their lanyard, like their college ID, maybe a pencil, maybe a pen, maybe even not a pen or pencil, and just their phone, and maybe, I don't know, their bank card, maybe their wallet or something, like all in their pockets. And I'm like, I've never been that person. I have to carry extra bits. I have to carry my water bottle, some snacks. I like to carry a couple of extra bits. I'm one of those people that can't go out without a bag. Like, if you don't have a bag, it might be hard to carry bits, but also you don't really want to be, I don't know, carrying a Primark bag with your mum's gift in around college, because you might get looked at. But are we buying Christmas gifts? Are we buying Christmas cards? Like, when are you buying your Christmas cards? Because when I was at college, I would never and like on my lunch break, if I had a long lunch break, or if we finished early for the day, like let's say 2 hours early before my bus, before the 4 o'clock bus, I would pop into town, especially around this time of the year. I would get Christmas bits. I would also plan it so I could take you guys with me, so then we can do like a come shopping with me, or like film a short form content for you guys, so you know what's out there rather than having to look in the stores. So that's something that I love to film. I love, especially around this time of the year, autumn, Christmas. I just love being able to film those kind of videos. But like I've never, like if I popped into a card shop, I would never see people, except for the odd occasion, mainly just like maybe like girls, if you get what I'm saying. Like obviously people like Charlie's friends and Charlie, and like because my sister buys gifts for her friends and her friends buy her gifts, and but it's like I never see anyone other than myself really from college. Obviously I don't know everyone I didn't know everyone at college. In fact I was very much kept to myself. I don't know, that's because I'm like very much like an introvert and I don't like being with people, or it's just because I don't like people. That might be the main reason. But I never really like saw people. And like Father's Day, Mother's Day, I know like not everyone has a mother. I know not everyone has a father. I know not everyone has a good relationship with their parents, so they might not get them a Mother's Day card or a Father's Day card. But surely that's not everyone in the world, especially at like college and stuff. Like I was talking to my friends, and he goes, like when he was at college, he's now doing an apprenticeship, but he would pop down to like his local town, and get Christmas cards, and or maybe he might pick up an order for a gift that he's ordered online. So he does his Christmas shopping. So it's not like I know there are people that do that, but I'm like, where do everyone else do it? Do you all do it online? Because I've always been one of those people like, yes, I find online shopping, and I do shop online fairly regularly because I do prefer shopping online rather than shopping in store, because I can then actually find the item that I want rather than having to browse and browse different stores just to try and find this item. So unless you're all doing that, I don't know. Or do you get your mum and dad to still pay for your gifts? Do you get, like, if you've got a sister, do you share like a Christmas card? Like, my sister and I have stopped sharing Christmas cards for years now. We stopped doing it when I was about 10. So that would make Charlie 3. Not 3, sorry, 7. That we stopped doing that for like mum and dad, because when we were a child we would share a mum and dad card, we would share grandparents cards, but now we're slowly stopping. We still share like grandparents cards, but then I would say maybe next year or something we might go completely and get our own cards. Parents might give us some ideas on what we can buy for that person. But my sister and I definitely would buy our own Christmas gifts for each other. We've always done that now. But I'm just like, so we've always done, like, so I'm just curious, because I did watch a video, like, I think it was like last year, and it was like, oh my god, my brother's messaged me to say he lives in a complete different house. He does not live with me anymore. If I could put his name on my card that I bought for his mum, and it's like, oh my god, do people actually still do that? Like, do people still message their sister or their older brother and go, oh my god, they didn't get my mum and dad a card, could you just add their card to their anniversary, their anniversary card? And I'm like, if that ever happened to me, I would probably get a whack from my sister, or the same, because it's like, oh my god, I can't believe you've forgotten. No, you can't, I'm not putting my name on your card. On my card. It's my card, I bought it, and you're going to pay me back? Probably not. So it's like, so are you still doing that? Because, and I think it's more, I think the girl, like the females, you see them more doing it. Or are you 2 weeks before Christmas buying all your Christmas gifts? Because I can never do that. I'm sorry, but I love Christmas too much, where I'm thinking about Christmas all the time. I'm thinking about, like, I'm right now thinking about what I want to do for Christmas next year. And I know that might be too sad for some people, but I kind of like to, whilst I'm decorating, I'm going, oh, do I want to do this next year? If I want to do this next year, yes or no? Like, it's always like a maybe. We could maybe add maybe some gold to this next year, or some silver, or red, or like we can add to it's more like of a case of just maybe adding a couple of extra bits to it. Like, it's not like thinking of a complete different theme. I do that in January, but it's like, and it's just like, do you need that? Like, I'm sorry, but I like to be organised. I like to make sure that I've got everyone's gifts, everyone's like presents, like before the end of this, like 2 weeks. Like, I like to give myself at least 2 weeks to sit there and just sit in bed and just watch Christmas movies. I'm sorry, but I like that. Like, I like to make, was everyone's rushing around town, and in like shopping centres, the mall, just like rushing around trying to buy them mum a present. I'm like, you should have bought that months ago, shouldn't you? You should have bought that at least weeks ago. Like, we've got Amazon now, we've got online services now, so even if you can't go and physically go and pick up, when you're on your lunch break, you could quickly go onto Amazon, have a look on what they have on Amazon, or on H&M website, or on Next, or on Bath and Body Works. No, we don't know. Do we have Bath and Body Works here? Or the Body Shop, or like shops like that. Have a look online. Oh, bingo! So even if you don't have the time, like, it really it doesn't wind me up. It's just like, I'm really curious on when people do their Christmas shopping, and if they do. Because whenever I used to do it when I was at college, like, I would hardly see people going and get Christmas cards. And I know Christmas cards are not really, not many people get Christmas cards anymore, but I always love to send Christmas cards. I've always loved also receiving Christmas cards. It's very, I just feel like, especially how my sister writes her cards, she means it when she writes a lot, because my sister and my mum will write a lot. My dad's quite bad, so I do understand like my dad. I don't know if let's say they ever did get divorced or my mum passed away before my dad's, which I know is very sad. But I don't think without my sister and I to bug him, like I don't think he doesn't really remember birthdays. I don't know if that's just because he's like very busy, especially like with work and stuff. He doesn't get round to do it, but yeah, it's just like I'm just like curious. When do you guys do Christmas shopping? Because I'm already done. I've got a couple of things ordered from Amazon, which I just need to go and add a couple of extra bits just to reduce up the Amazon price. Otherwise, I'm not paying for shipping. I don't have Amazon Prime because I don't order a lot on Amazon. There isn't a plus because I don't also have a job. I don't really have money. I don't want to have even more subscriptions that I couldn't pay for. If you know what I mean, like. Once we get myself a job and I'm a bit more stable and maybe I'm ordering a bit more, or I have a projector, because I did ask for a movie projector, like a TV projector for my room, because I really would like to be able to watch TV in bed, but my laptop is like too small, and I like what if I want it, like if you know what I mean, like I like to be lying in bed. And if I'm lying in bed, I can't see my laptop. Something I asked for those, so I might then get Amazon Prime, just so then I can, like, what just. But then I'll have to, I'm still thinking about Amazon Prime, because obviously I pay for Disney Plus and I pay for Netflix and I pay for Spotify, so I don't really want to pay for any more subscriptions until I get myself a job. So because I will probably, once I do get, I feel like if I because I don't have a TV in my Okay guys, so it is now time to make the bed. I'm going to quickly make the bed and then just quickly go around the room and give my room a little bit of a tidy up. Just pick up any of the clothes that are on the floor, put them away. I've decided if they need to go in the wash or just can go show my wardrobe. And yeah. Sat down. I've just made myself a cup of tea in this Santa mug which my gran bought me a couple of years ago. The plan was for this mug was to keep it at grandma's, and then every Christmas, like every December, and whenever I popped up, I was able to use it. But it got to the point where I was hardly using it because we would, because of like COVID and stuff. There was a whole year where I didn't use this mug, which was really really sad. She bought it local in one of our local shops up in town that used to sell. It's closed down now. That used to sell like homeware bits, mugs, kitchen bits that you would get your appliances from, and it's a really good, decent mug, and I really love it. And it reminds me of Grandma. So every time I use it, I'm like, especially this year and last year. If you don't know, my gran passed away in 2024 at the beginning of that year, but at the end of like January, and we were really really quick, really really close. So it's a really like hard topic for me to discuss, but I've discussed it on here a couple of times, and I don't really want to talk about it. I will mention her and stuff, and I will mention maybe a couple of like why I mean what like what I mean, if you know what I mean. Like if I said, she was, like if I use like past tense rather than future tense, or like, if you get what I'm saying, like I don't know how else to describe it, but grandparents, two sets of grandparents, my mum's side and then my dad's side, that's the one that I'm talking about now. And I love both of them, but obviously my dad's mum I was more close with, and losing her was like losing a bit of my soul, to be honest. Everyone knew how, I think everyone knew that I might have been struggling, and I still am. Like I'm so much better. Like I don't think I thought to begin with, like, because so when she was in hospital and stuff, and I was getting dad and mum sat me down to say, like, just to remind you, she might not ever come back like to how she was 2 years ago, or a year ago, before, like a couple of months before, like she had a massive fall. We all caught a bug, which sadly got passed on. I don't know if we passed it on to her or onto them, because when we got the bug, we stayed away. It wasn't COVID or anything. It was like a really not a nice bug, and we were just worried that we might, if we passed it on to them, they might have had it even badder, worse than we did, and we didn't want that to happen. But she kind of got the same bug, and then she felt Grandad got it first. She was fine, but during that evening she also was starting to feel a bit under the weather, and she just stupidly thought that the greenhouse needed locking up, so she went out. It was freezing. It was also, I think, it might have also been snowing, or it must have been like really really cold and slippery. It must have rained, and then because it was like icy. I could just remember it being icy going up the stairs, and she fell and she pushed all the way back, managed to get into bed, but in the next morning she could not move. She was in so much pain. My dad had to rush off and help her get into the ambulance, because I think the first time Grandad phoned was she needed to go to the toilet, but she couldn't move. All she did was fracture her, I think she fractured one of her legs. I can't remember which one. Because she slipped and fell backwards. And then ever since then, she hasn't been the same. She wasn't the same person. And we could all tell that this might be the last year or two, unless things improved. And she started improving in hospital. But she had this like idea, months before, like she needed bed rest, and she was in bed for months, I would say, and then also because she was in bed, she was obviously being active, so she wasn't eating as much, so she lost some appetite, and it was a very sad time, and it was, it's quite sad. I already knew one day she might disappear, and we might not get, I might not she's not going to be around forever. So I already kind of knew, but I thought I was going to be even worse. I thought I would be crying every day. I would be finding it really difficult, but I just felt normal. The only time I felt weird is if it was mentioned popping up to see Grandad, because I was involved with the funeral. I was walking behind the coffin as it would go into the. We didn't carry the coffin. No one. We all looked at each other and went, well, Grandad, Dad, and Granddad, Dad, Uncle, and my two uncles. They both looked at it and said, "We're not carrying that. We won't be able to carry it." So they put it on. They decided to put on this wheel, and they wheeled it in. I don't know if they carried it in, like the two blokes carried her in. I don't know. Can't really remember. To be honest, all I remember was me crying. Was the video, the lady, afterwards, and me crying. That's all I remember. Most upset person on that day, to be honest.